All right, we're back with a special edition. We are celebrating the new Saliva record. We are talking the tour and so much more. We got the amazing lead vocalist, the front man. It's going to kick your ass. Come see him live. It is BobbyAmaru. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, man.
Man, so we're talking about the Snafu Latour 23. We're talking about Revelation, the new album, which I guess goes back to the early pandemic days. Talk about this record and when you started it and what you're most proud of achieving with it here before you release it.
Man. So this was one of those records that we had planned to put it out in 2021, 2020, and it just didn't work that way. So we just kept writing and writing and writing. The pandemic happened, and but our goal was to do the record in 2020 and have it out by the end of the year before everything shut down. So when everything shut down, things got frantic and so I just kept writing, and Wayne and I would throw ideas. He'd send me some riffs, and I didn't stop writing. And 34, 35 songs later, over the next 2.5, 3 years, we narrowed it down to 12 songs. I mean, I thought about a double record. I thought about other things, but it just made the most sense to pick 12. And I've got to say, I got sober in 2018, and there was a lot of trying to figure things out, in that whole process. And, going out on stage, even, you're used to, having a couple before you go on stage or whatever, and to not doing that was different. Almost like learning to ride a bike again. And, I'd have issues with like anxiety and stuff too. And, I don't want to forget, the words, or, I don't want to, you're talking to the crowd and it's like, wait a second, your ADD kicks in. But, so when the pandemic happened and we started writing songs, I felt like a lot of the lyrics that were coming out of me were reflecting a lot of that, a lot of my sobriety and stuff. And, the struggles of trying to stay sober and overcome all that stuff. And, there's a lot of that on this record that really reflect my issues and things that I had, and a lot of shedding light on them too. So, and Wayne supported that 100%. And, we felt like we made a great record, and, just wanted to share, with people what we, where we were at during the whole, pandemic and stuff. And a lot of bands, I think, got creative through the pandemic, and a lot of their records that are coming out now or in the past year or whatever were all written during the pandemic. And we have a record that I'm definitely proud of, and think that Wayne's playing on it was really, really next level. So,
Yeah, you have a lot of people for the first time in a long time had a chance to really sit down and work on a record, not rush something out, not thinking, oh shit, we got a tour booked, we got to leave in a month, let's bang something out.
right.
And I congratulate you on your sobriety. I know, growing up, it's party, 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 and everybody, if it's too loud, you're too old. But then you realize, like, man, you got to be like an athlete to not only travel, but to deliver every day and get up and do the traveling, and maybe get out and promote and go to the station or record store or go somewhere and, do all this stuff. And then you got to, get some rest and keep it together. You can't come off the tour completely, a wreck. And then more importantly, I'm sure now in your sobriety, you can appreciate, you're in the moment. It's like, wow, I was kind of numb before, I didn't really get a chance to see this and smell that and touch this. And, really, your senses are more open. I mean, there's countless, look at Slash from Guns N' Roses. These guys were on death's door, and now they are so sober and they're like family guys, man. He's got his sons and he just enjoys it so much more now. It's like, man, I didn't even remember some of those tours, but now it's just the senses are open and aware. And I know the fans, hey, they're just coming out for the night. You guys can have your drinks and do whatever, but we're, like I say, I use the term athlete because you guys are. You guys got to stay in shape and tour and look good and all that. And so you're like a football team, traveling around as opposed to some drunken fools that just show up locally. You gotta, like this tour, Snafu the Tour 23, Drowning Pool, Adelita's Way, Any Given Sin. I mean, everybody before you go on is trying to raise the bar. They're like, well, here, follow this, and you guys got to come out and say, yeah, we are. And you guys need to bring it tomorrow because we're going to bring it tomorrow. So talk about the tour and what it takes, to stay physically, and mentally in shape for something like that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're out, on the road, you're in a different, city every night, you're traveling on a bus, you're not in your bed at home. And it's very important to sleep. At least for me as a vocalist, you have to get plenty of sleep and just stay hydrated and just try to eat right. And it's hard on the road is a hard place to eat right for sure. Cause you're not really, there's a lot of,
yeah, truck stops are not exactly health food stores.
Which I try to always eat decently anyway, for the most part. But I'm stoked to do this tour, man. We had some things. It's been a crazy year for sure, but it's going to be good to go out releasing this record, touring with friends. Drowning Pool, been friends with those guys forever, and the Adelita's Way and Any Given Sin on the bill as well. And it's just going to be, good to be around other bands that grind and love touring as much as we do. And I think it's that's what it's all about, man, being able to still go out and grind and give people a show. And I feel like when you sell the fans short when you're not giving it all you got, and I like being around bands and that are want that same, they have that same mentality and want to, be driven and no drama and keeping everything just level and cool and cordial. So.
Yeah, well, we encourage everybody, get ready. Of course, Revelation is about to drop here coming up, and the tour is going to, bring it. So you're going to get a little taste of the album and all the classics. And Bobby and the crew are definitely bringing it. And like you say, all the other bands, Drowning Pool, Adelita's Way, Any Given Sin, they want everybody else to shine. They want the fans to get their money's worth. It's not about one good act and three sleepers or, a bunch of, people they got to pull up from the gutter every night. I know CJ and Drowning Pool is going to bring it. And of course, it's an amazing bill. And go to salivaofficial.com, all the tour dates, the updates, the singles, of course, High on Me, Come Back Stronger, all the great stuff. Bobby, it's been a supreme pleasure, man. Thank you so much for all your tales of not only the building of Saliva, but that incredible Southern rock that you have in your spirit coming out of Jacksonville, Gator Country down there in Florida. And man, until we speak again, please keep rocking.
Thanks, buddy. Yes. Thanks for having me.